Welcome to the 2021 Rafer Johnson Breakfast with Champions. My name is Sophie Demos, and I am so happy to be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. I live in San Diego, and this is my 10th year as a Special Olympics Southern California athlete. My favorite sports are soccer, bowling, and softball. We hope you enjoyed the music leading up to our start today. It was written by Ron Lee Morris, a fellow SOSC athlete from San Diego. During today's program, we will take a look at the amazing Rafer Johnson's life and show you what we've been up to this year and present some SOSC pandemic successes and heroes. Speaking of heroes, it's my pleasure to introduce Tom Stevens. For the past 19 years, he's been chair of the Rafer Johnson's Breakfast with Champions. Under his leadership, Breakfast with Champions has generated over $2 million in support of Special Olympics athletes. We are lucky Tom takes time out of his day as a chairman of the board and co-founder of the Los Angeles Capital Management to support me and my fellow athletes. Tom is one of those rare people who has ability to inspire others through his personal performance and his proven commitment to those in need. Please welcome Tom Stevens.
Thank you, Sophie, and thank all of you for joining us today. What an amazing year it has been. None of us could have anticipated that, first of all, we would have a pandemic, and secondly, how we would cope with it. We are proud to say we think we weathered it about as well as we could have, but it was tough for our athletes, to be sure. I really appreciate all of you attending our second annual virtual Rafer Johnson Breakfast with Champions. The power of this event is the stories we tell. This past year, we lost our founder and event namesake, Rafer Johnson. He was an amazing human being and an inspiration to all of us within the organization. We will be sharing a video that we have crafted that tells his story during the program. You will also hear why Special Olympics is so important to our athletes from the mouths of our athletes. They will share with you highlights of this past year's virtual activity and the exciting news of our return to in-person training starting in July. My Special Olympics story started with involvement with youth sports. I coached girls softball, and I was recruited to Special Olympics in the early 90s to help coach, which in turn led to me being asked to join the board of directors. Board members play a variety of roles. I gravitated towards activities focused on raising funds and support. I joined the Breakfast with Champions Committee in 1998, and I have been chair since 2003. Special Olympics has been an incredibly rewarding experience for me ever since. In 1968, Eunice Kennedy Shriver started the Special Olympics movement. 1 year later, in 1969, Rafer Johnson, with the help of a few friends, established Special Olympics Southern California. For over 50 years, he was instrumental in guiding and sustaining the movement, resulting in the program we see today. We are forever grateful to Rafer, his family, and many others for striving to build a legacy of inclusion for individuals living with intellectual disabilities. SOSC changes the lives of children and adults through the simple power of sports. On behalf of Los Angeles Capital Management, we are proud to serve as the title sponsor for Breakfast with Champions. I would like to recognize and thank the many individuals and companies who are supporting SOSC with donations and sponsorship through Breakfast with Champions. We are pleased to say that we've already exceeded 100,000 in donations. You can see the names on the screen and also on the website at www.sosc.org/BWC. Our goal today is to give a voice to the athlete experience and raise funds to support the mission. Please consider visiting our website now to make a donation of support, which will help us reach our goal. We gladly accept donations of every level. However, for each donation of $100 and above, we will send you a limited edition hand-carved commemorative 2021 Rafer Johnson Breakfast with Champions medal, like you see on the screen. Thank you for joining me in supporting the return to activity, which will pave the way for launching the first phase of normal sports programming. Back to you, Sophie.
Thank you, Tom, for all you do. In December of 2020, we lost our founder, mentor, and friend. Rafer Johnson lived an extraordinary life, and the world will not be the same without him. Join us as we look back at his remarkable journey while adding a few favorite memories of our own.
We're here to remember a man born in 1934 in segregated Hillsboro, Texas, who at the age of 10 headed west with his family to California. He became an accomplished athlete, a university student body president, two-time Olympic decathlon medalist, friend and advisor to a might-have-been president, and he co-founded an organization that opened the world of sport to people with intellectual disabilities of all ages, which now serves 38,200 Special Olympics athletes in Southern California. His story is the classic American tale of hard work, heart, and determination, leading to success, honor, and glory. Let's remember Rafer Johnson. His was a humble beginning, with love and a few helping hands along the way. Perhaps this is what fueled him later and made Rafer such a champion for those who struggled to find a voice for themselves, and it gifted him with a profound sense of compassion and empathy and a desire for helping others. In 1952, his coach at Kingsburg High School, Merle Dodson, drove Rafer to Tulare to see the Olympic decathlon trials, where he witnessed the defending Olympic gold medalist Bob Mathias break his own world record. It was then that Rafer began to dream that one day he too might also become an Olympic champion himself. When it came time for Rafer to choose a college, the first in his family to do so, offers came from across the country. For him, the choice was clear. UCLA was close to home, the campus's history as a school for athletes, including students of all races, his choice of an athletic or academic scholarship, and the clincher being Coach Elvin Ducky Drake. The UCLA track coach told him, "You can make the next Olympic team." Rafer became the first African-American to pledge a national fraternity at UCLA, and later he became president of the Bruin student body. Winning the Olympic silver medal in 1956 while competing injured in Melbourne only further fanned his flames of desire to win the gold at the 1960 Olympic Games. In the fall of 1957, his knee was now strong enough to play basketball. It was not only a good way to get in shape for track, it also started a lifelong friendship with Coach John Wooden. Rafer was the first person of color to be selected as captain of a U.S. Olympic team, and he proudly carried the American flag and led the delegation into the stadium at the opening ceremony of the 1960 Rome Olympic Games. Ducky Drake was working with Rafer and his foremost competitor, C.K. Yang from Taiwan, and the clever coach was able to extract the best competitive performances out of both athletes, with Rafer famously beating out his friend to take home the 1960 Olympic gold in the decathlon. Let me give a little Olympic perspective. The moment Rafer crossed the finish line and became the Olympic champion, his first reaction was to hug the silver medalist, showing Rafer's genuine spirit of sportsmanship. After trying his hand at acting and broadcasting, Rafer was looking for what to do next in his life. While accepting yet another Athlete of the Year award in 1961, Rafer met Robert Kennedy, and he learned they shared a keen interest in the civil rights movement. Becoming friends with the Kennedy families would lead Rafer down a new path. In 1968, he joined his friend's presidential campaign. Rafer was at the candidate's side when Kennedy was shot. Rafer helped apprehend his friend's assassin. The loss of his friend was a shattering blow for Rafer, Eunice Kennedy Shriver, Bobby's sister, had the tonic for his grief: public service with the disabled community. She suggested that if Rafer wanted to honor the memory of her brother, he could help her to further the mission of the Special Olympics. Going to Soldier Field in 1969, Rafer saw people with disabilities who had previously been made to feel unworthy, and they were tapping into courage and strength that they'd never before been able to display. Their eyes were shining and their faces lit up with joy.
So I've been asked to tell you a little bit about what Rafer meant to me and what he meant to Mommy. He partnered with Mommy early on to make the California Special Olympics real. He made it happen. I don't know if it would have happened had Rafer not stepped up, stepped in, and most importantly, stayed the course. For me, Rafer was a role model. He was a friend. He was somebody I admired, somebody I respected, somebody I really liked. I admired everything about him. I admired the way he walked in the world. I admired the family he built. I admired the husband he was, the dad he was, the public citizen he was, the human being he was, how he said no to things that weren't authentically aligned with him, how he said yes to what mattered, and how he showed up year after year after year. So what did Rafer mean to Mommy? That's for them to discuss up in heaven. I know they're laughing. I know they're talking about Special Olympics. I know they're thinking of ways to make it bigger and better. Rafer was one in a million, one in a billion.
A year later, with a few friends, he founded Special Olympics California and dedicated his life to promoting acceptance, inclusion, and the well-being of these special athletes he loved so much.
I became the best I could be because someone helped me. It's just that plain and clear. I wanted somehow to give something back to men and women and boys and girls who needed a little help. When Special Olympics came along, Mrs. Shriver asked me, along with some other of her friends, to meet with her. We talked about what worked for us and what might work in the program. Well, Mrs. Shriver wanted the Special Olympics to be not only a social event, she wanted it to be an athletic contest, and that's what it is. Let's change the world, she said. Let's make it a better place for all of our citizens.
My name is Paul Hoffman. I had just finished a speech at Summer Games opening ceremonies at UCLA. My friend Rafer Johnson said to me, "You are a true inspiration to this program. People will follow your example because you speak from your heart. You will take this program very far if you speak up and speak the truth."
Then along came Betsy Thorson. "From what I see," he told her, "you would be very easy to fall in love with." Who could resist him? Theirs is a wonderful love story. Of all of Rafer's inspiring and credible accomplishments, he said he was most proud of being a cherished husband to Betsy, a devoted father to Jenny and Josh, and eventually becoming a loving grandfather. He once said, "In the decathlon of life, family is the first and foremost event." Saturday, July 28, 1984, brought Rafer back to the Los Angeles Coliseum, where, as the final torchbearer, he carried the 1984 Olympic torch up the 99 steps at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. He put the torch to the cauldron and ignited not just a flame, but a legacy that has endured for more than 3 decades.
In 1984, I was 11 and Josh was 9, and we had no idea that our dad had been chosen to light the torch until the morning of the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games. And I just remember being so excited that we were going to get to witness him doing this. And seeing him go up those stairs made me so proud. And I'm not sure I really truly understood how beloved or how famous he was until we had that moment and shared him with the rest of the world.
Rafer famously did not like cold weather, but on Tuesday, January 20, 2009, he braved the 28-degree temperatures to proudly witness the inauguration of the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. The Rafer Johnson Humanitarian Award and the renaming of the Rafer Johnson Breakfast with Champions was established in 2009. The award is presented to a person who exemplifies Rafer's abilities to inspire others through personal performance, a proven commitment to those in need, and a high level of integrity and respect within their community. Rafer would place a personal call to the year's award recipient, and we got the feeling that that personal call was the most coveted part of the award. Rafer returned again to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum for the opening ceremony of the 2015 International Special Olympics World Games, where he helped ignite the torch, opening the Games and welcoming 9,000 Special Olympics athletes from 170 countries around the world.
I truly believe and can easily attest that I speak on behalf of all the athletes. Without Rafer, we'll not be here today. Simple and plain. It was not just our founder, it was our supporter and mentor. He made us feel included.
Over the years, honors continued to be bestowed on our dear founder and friend. Rafer Johnson Junior High School was dedicated in Kingsburg, California. He received the Wooden Lifetime Achievement Award. And in 2016, the UCLA Chancellor's Medal. And in 2019, the dedication of the Betsy and Rafer Johnson track inside Drake Stadium at UCLA. Who can ever fill this hole in our hearts? We miss him so much. His wit, his charm, his stories, his humility and integrity, his quiet strength, his magnificent heart, and that slow winning smile that could light up a room.
Rafer used to tell this great story about being at the track meet, standing next to a family, watching their daughter compete. When she won and stood on the podium, she looked over at her family and yelled, "Look, Mom, I won." The mother began weeping uncontrollably. Rafer was concerned and asked her, "Is this the first time she ever won?" The athlete's mother looked up at him and tearfully said, "You don't understand." Those are the first words she ever spoken.
We know he would tell you athletes that what matters even more than winning is to approach every challenge with total and complete effort, that you continue to strive to be the best that you can be, and that you be brave in the attempt. The challenge we have ahead of us is to live up to Rafer's motto, be the best that we can be.
A hero, a true champion, and a legend in every sense of the word. Thank you, Rafer, for all you gave the world and making a difference in so many people's lives, including mine. Our focus for the past year has been to virtually reach every athlete possible. Here's the athlete, Max Parrish, from Santa Clarita to tell you what that looked like for him.
Hello, everybody. My name is Max Parrish, and I am a Special Olympics athlete for Santa Clarita. I've been an athlete for almost, say, 40 years now. Actually, back in 1985, it was my first year playing for hockey, and I was 10 years old at the time. Special Olympics has really helped me for all these 42 years, and looking back on it, I would say that, it's been a great turnaround for me. I just think that I want to be the greatest player that I can be. I just got a bag from them, and I got this little watch that they sent me. And I was doing the healthy challenge, and it was a lot of fun. So I did that, and now I lost a lot of weight. I'm down to 200 pounds. They taught me how to, eat healthy, how to train hard, how to be the greatest floor hockey player I could be, and to just push myself, to be this athlete I never was. I cannot wait to get back and play floor hockey again with all my friends. What I say to athletes is stay safe, just keep wearing your mask, keep your social distancing from everybody. Be yourself, to push yourself and say, hey, you can do this. All you athletes who I've known for a long time in Santa Clarita, I love you all, and just please stay safe.
Max, thanks for sharing your journey. Please welcome President and CEO Calvin Lyons to bring us Special Olympics Southern California up to the minute news.
It is great to be here today. First off, I would like to recognize Sophie Demos for being our Master of Ceremony. You are doing a great job and are an amazing example of what the best of Special Olympics has to offer. Sophie is one of our athlete leaders. She is a trained global messenger, and her job is to spread the word about SOSC. She is also an employee of Vons, one of our strongest partners in building community. It has been an incredible 8 months at the helm of SOSC. My time aboard, however, has been heavily impacted by the devastating impact of COVID-19, and I am grateful things are beginning to get better. I must say, I am also thrilled to have observed the strength, resilience, and growth mindset of our staff, athletes, and volunteers. In addition, our team was able to pivot through the pandemic with creative methods that helped us pave the road for a safer, smoother, and much quicker return to activities than we could have imagined. As I'm learning more about this wonderful organization, I have the pleasure of getting to know people like Tom Stevens. Tom is the chair of the Breakfast with Champions event, a board member, and he is always willing to step up when asked. He's also my favorite Wisconsin Badger. We can't thank you and Barb enough for all you do for SOSC, Tom. Over the last 14 months, our Special Olympics Southern California athletes have been staying safer at home, working out, and connecting virtually, and missing their teammates and coaches. We are very excited to tell you that starting July 6th, we begin our transition back to in-person activities. During our program today, we will show you a few of the ways our athletes are staying connected. We've said it before, and I'm happy to say it again. We are a volunteer-driven organization, and they are our backbone. Their support through the COVID-19 pandemic has been exceptional. Thank you is never enough for our amazing volunteers, supporters, donors, and our board of directors. A great example is our board of directors. They lead the charge for the California State Legislature to support Special Olympics California to be included in the state's budget. Many board members wrote personal cards to athletes and helped them gain access to COVID-19 vaccinations. Support for our athletes comes from many places and in many ways. We are so thankful for the continuing support of our year-round SOSC sponsors. These amazing companies, Albertsons, Vons Pavilions, Kaiser Permanente, Law Enforcement Torch Run, and Larry and Helen Hogue Foundation, are exceptional sponsors. Our hats are off to you for your continued sponsorships and being there in so many ways for our athletes and families. As California begins lifting its restrictions, we are preparing to bring our folks back for in-person trainings. We must prepare our athletes and coaches for a safe return. SOSC is facing daunting obstacles with this as the cost to deliver our mission continues to rise. The increase in expenses related to these activities, facilities, insurance, necessary PPE, equipment for athletes, and training for our coaches all have significantly increased and have made an impact on our budget. With all of this, I'm asking for your help. Please visit www.sosc.org/donate /BWC to donate in support of our mission and our amazing athletes. The link is in the chat too. Check this out. For each donation of $100 and above, SOSC will send you a limited edition commemorative 2021 Rafer Johnson Breakfast with Champions medal. Like the one you see on the screen, it is a beautiful medal. So please, any donation of $100 and above, we will send the medal to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Calvin, for bringing us up to date and leading SOSC to a greater awareness and inclusion in our communities. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce our parent speaker, Gus Martinez. Gus is going to talk about the impact Special Olympics have made on his son, Jason, and his entire family.
Hi, good morning. My name is Gus Martinez. I'm a 27-year veteran of the Los Angeles Police Department. I have been involved with Special Olympics Southern California for about 18 years and with the law enforcement torch run on and off since 1996. My son Jason is a 32-year-old who has Down syndrome and has been a Special Olympics athlete for over 20 years. If I can tell you Jason's story, there was a problem right off the bat in the hospital. He was born not breathing, a blue baby, basically. He was rushed out of the room. There was a lot of havoc in the room. No one saying what was going on. And then about 20 minutes later, after Jason's birth, a doctor that I'd never met before came into the room and he had a blank look to him. Well, I'm breaking down. I'm almost starting to cry. I asked him, was my son all right? He said, well, he's not breathing. That's why he was rushed out of the room, but he was all right then, and he was breathing. The doctor said that Jason had signs of Down syndrome. I had no idea what Down syndrome was or had ever heard of it. Well, immediately the doctor says, if you like, I can set you up with adoption for him. For those who know me, well, they can have guessed. I insulted the doctor, pretty much gave him a piece of my mind and yelled, how dare he think that I would not want my son. I wanted to see him, and eventually Jason was brought into the room. With Jason, the first few years were very rough. I was only 21 and didn't know pretty much how to be a parent, especially to a disabled child. Luckily, I had my whole family around and willing to help. Jason at first did not start walking until approximately age 2. He crawled around dragging one leg. We thought he might have physical disabilities as well. The doctors, they wanted him in leg braces, but I said no. And my brother and I worked with him. We would sit on the floor, pushing Jason back and forth, encouraging him to walk. Yes, he took a few tumbles, but now he's a track star. At age 10, his physical disabilities, his hand-eye coordination, were still not developing. A friend told me about Special Olympics. Well, this changed all our lives. While playing at a pool at random one day, I met a Special Olympics coach. She said she would like to train Jason to swim. He picked it up like a fish. And within 6 months, he was doing laps and began competing and winning. His physical development started improving a lot. His muscle tone, his mobility improved, his motor skills improved, his balance, running and walking all started improving. Jason went on to other sports as well. Jason's physical abilities are attributed a lot to Special Olympics. Through Special Olympics, Jason in part has learned also to be social. He's gained a lot of friends, and my family and I gained a great support system. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to have shared with you the difference that Special Olympics has made in the life of Jason and my entire family. I'm proud to be part of Special Olympics as a parent, a coach, a volunteer, and a member of the law enforcement torch run. Thank you again.
Thank you, Gus, for sharing your family's story, for being a great dad, and still finding time to coach and being a member of the Law Enforcement Torch Run. Your generous support has made it possible for us to begin our return to in-person activities. Today, we are appealing to you again. Your donations will help us provide PPE, implement health screening, and hygiene protocols to get us out of the house and back on the fields. Please visit www.sosc.org/BWC to donate today. For each donation of $100 or and above, we will send you an limited edition 2021 Rafer Johnson's Breakfast with Champions medal, like the one you see on the screen. Wow, that's a beautiful medal. Our Law Enforcement Torch Run is celebrating our 35th anniversary this year. Over 110 law enforcement agencies support our Southern California program. Plus, they raised almost $20 million over the last 35 years and donate countless hours to support SOSC programs. Captain Kim Unlin, chair of our LETR Council, has a message for us.
We could not do what we do without all of your help, so thank you so much. I can give everybody a hug right now, but I can't, so I'm gonna pretend I'm giving you a virtual hug. Thank you for all you do, and we love all of our volunteers, and we love all of our athletes.
Thank you, Captain Unlin. Captain Kim Unlin from the Los Angeles Sheriff Department is another SOSC hero. She has 32 years of service to the Los Angeles County residents. She's been chair for the LETR Council since 2015 and is a member of the board of directors. We salute you. We talked about how Special Olympics kept us active this year through virtual events. One of my favorite events was Move Across California. The challenge was for you and your team to move 10,000 steps a day. To be eligible to join a live Zoom pit stop for the week. My favorite pit stop was Sacramento, and the workout led by Special Olympics athlete Ashley Singleton and her brother, Philadelphia Eagles linebacker Alex Singleton. Here are athletes Mackenzie Willis and Jonathan Pierce to talk about this great event.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie. I am a Special Olympics athlete. Let's move across California.
Move Across California was a virtual event to test our strength and stamina and raise funds. This interactive experience allowed us to move our bodies and take part in an epic virtual journey across the state.
I like Special Olympics because competitions, friends, summer games. Why? Because when you run for Special Olympics and a walk and a movie on California.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Pierce. I've been an athlete for 11 years. I love to compete and make new friends and win gold medal. I do exercise at home, swim, play golf 2 times a week, and walk around the park. hoping to raise money for Special Olympics. I'm going to dance, walk, and swim. I'm looking for San Diego, San Francisco, and Yosemite. Special Olympics, help with us. Stay healthy, keep active, and never give up.
Move Across California had 1,038 participants. We took over 254 million steps. We raised over $76,000. Each of my fellow athletes has their own unique story. Please welcome Anthony Baker as he shares his story.
My name is Anthony Baker, and I've been part of Special Olympics since 2003. For Special Olympics, I do track and field, the 200 and the 100, and I do the relays. I started participating when I got my surgery done for my leg because I was able to walk. Both of my knees was put together, and I had a speech problem. I couldn't even walk. I was like Forrest Gump, but I was worse. Like, can you imagine putting both of your knees together? Like, you can't walk, you ask for somebody to help you, they can't help you. Like your family, they can't help you at all. So I cried. I said, I didn't want to be like this. So my dad, he fought at the San Diego hospital, the children's hospital, and the head of the hospital, they worked on my legs. So the San Diego therapist, after they worked on me a little bit, they suggested me go to some kind of special program. I don't know. It was physical therapists. Like, they make sure that kids how to walk again. They took me through a lot of stuff, a lot of programs that will actually help me. The trainers and the Special Olympics and stuff, they talk to me and stuff like it's gonna be okay. Like they have they pep talk to me and stuff, and I understand. Like not let nothing get to me and nothing bring me down. It took like a year, it took about a year. Like, it was no joke at all. It was like, man, I was stressed every single day. Like, I used to hide from my own self, and my own friend was the teddy bear. I feel a lot stronger, and I feel like that I'm a part of them. I understand the people that have special needs and problems and other things happen and stuff. So I'm saying that they can do it. Do not give up. Don't be scared. Don't let nobody bother you. Don't let nobody put you down because you are disabled. And just see them as your friend. So I'm their voice for them. The voice that understand what they've been going through as a friend or family, whatever the case may be. Like, I am definitely a miracle, because the reason why I'm here for and Special Olympics for, because I believe in myself and I know I can do it. If I can't do it, then nobody else is not gonna do it for me. So I have to literally wake up. But I just want to do it so I can help out the people in the Special Olympics, because when I become famous, become an Olympic athlete and stuff one day, or so I may donate items or stuff to the Special Olympics to help them out, to help them walk, and not to give up on their dreams. I'm capable of anything. I'm not letting nobody say, oh, you too old, oh, you should have been done that. I can still do it. So I can still do it. Just because you can't do it, I can do it. Thank you for everyone that supports Special Olympics. It's very important that you support it, because they know that you have their back. Thanks for listening to my story. Sophie, you're doing a great job at MC.
Thanks, Anthony. You did a great job telling your story.
I am so happy that so many of our supporters are watching today. I am so excited that I'm getting back training with my friend.
You can say that again. I can hardly wait. How can our friends and supporters help?
By going to our website and sponsoring athletes like me and Sophie.
SOSC just wrapped up our final week of virtual sports league. Athletes competed in basketball, bocce ball, flag football, swimming, and athletics. Our athletes had to rise to the occasion embraced the challenges of competing virtually. Many of them became better athletes and teammates throughout the season because of it. Our coaches were amazing as well. They never lost sight of the importance of the team commitment. We are so grateful to the 41 teams, 360 athletes, and 69 coaches for the great season.
I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the athletes, coaches, and volunteers who have stepped up over the last 14 months. We salute our sponsors and donors for staying the course and standing with us. And a big thank you for attending our virtual Breakfast of Champions. I can't wait to welcome you to an in-person event in June 2022.
Tom, I have really missed seeing everyone and look forward to being back on the field, practicing, and going to competitions in 2022. I love seeing everyone from all over Southern California at the summer games.
We miss seeing our athletes and know for many, this has been a challenging time. Sophie, I look forward to seeing you back out on the field or in the bowling alley soon. I think we all look forward to seeing Sophie, Anthony, and all our wonderful athletes from today's program back in the field, in the gym, or bowling alley as they are returning to activities. We just ask one more time today for you to consider making a donation.
Your donations will help us provide PPE, hygiene, an increase of costs for facility use, and coaches training.
Make a $100 donation and you will receive the 2021 Rafer Johnson Breakfast of Champions limited edition commemorative medal. This is a beautiful keepsake of our founder, Rafer Johnson. All you have to do is visit our website and donate $100 or more.
You'll make a difference. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.